Hey everyone, it's Taylor and I'm here today to talk to you about brow mapping. So it's very important that you get down brow mapping when you're working on paper before you actually start working on clients. It's really going to help you, even though it is on a flat surface, to get used to the movements and exactly where to put all of your stroke lines on the face to get the perfect brow map and even brows on both sides of the face. One thing that I always hear from my clients is that they are hating their brows because they're not symmetrical. So as a brow artist, it is your responsibility to make sure you're giving them the most natural, symmetrical brows as possible. And this is my secret method on how to do so. Every single time you'll get the perfect map. Here you will see that I start by marking a line straight down the middle of the face. Typically on the face, you will start looking at the forehead and hold your mapping string or ruler when you're working on paper, completely vertical down the center of the face. How to detect the center? You can look at the bow on your lips or the middle of the tip of the nose. Not everybody's face is perfectly symmetrical either. So this line, you're gonna have to use your professional opinion on marking the middle of the face as best as you can. It's also super helpful to measure from side to side on the face and also go from there, finding the center point between the brows. Next step is we're going to mark the inner corner of each eye with a straight vertical line, To do so, you just take your mapping string and mark a line going through straight up and down the inner corner of the eye. And this is actually going to give you the inner corner of both brows. Next step, you take your mapping string and you hold it towards at the corner of the nose, and the same side of the face that corner of the nose is on, you go through the center of the pupil. And you're gonna mark a line there and make sure that your line is hitting above or on the brow bone. Lastly, for the steps with vertical lines, you're going to take the string, go from the outer corner of the nose again and all the way out to the outer corner of the eye. This marking here, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, is super important when you're mapping the brows because you do not wanna give your client a face droop, is what I call it. So you do wanna make sure that you're giving them a mini facelift. Again, all of your clients are gonna have their own preference. Maybe they personally like a longer tail. But this mapping technique is gonna help you do your best to give them a mini lift with their brows and keep the tail nice and high. Next step, you're going to go to the lowest point on the brow bone, or sometimes the clients have a hair left over on their brow still, where you can kind of map the lowest point of the brow that would look best on their face. So you're gonna go off that hair or off the bone. So you're gonna draw or mark a horizontal line at the bottom of the hair and then a horizontal line at the top. So now you have two lines that are horizontal and they're marking the width of the brows that you're going to create. Now we're going to label each key component of these brows, or each key point. Those key points are points A. There are 2 points for point A, and that would be the top and bottom of the inner corner points. Now we're going to move over to point B. There's going to be 2 points on each side for B, and you're going to mark the top of the arch and the bottom. However, where your lines do intersect at this point, for B only, you're going to mark the point slightly above the line, as I do here. And then lastly, you're gonna mark the point C, and that's going to be where your tail is going to end. So that's the intersection where I mark here. And now that you have your brow map completely down, it is super helpful sometimes for you to then go back and measure each part of the brow. Making sure that the inner corner to the arch point is the same measurement as it is on the left and the right side. And then the arch point to the tail point on both sides, make sure those are the same measurement as well. At this point, you can now draw your brow shape, connecting all the dots. And there you have it. You have the perfect brow shape that you can give your client. It's going to give you 100% precision every single time if you continue to map this precisely. Thank you so much, and I'll see you for the next video.